Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. I am getting ready to head out with Faroth, but before I do that, I wish to speak with Legolos here.
I look out upon this land and feel a deep sorrow.
Where Athelion is beautiful, the wastes are blighted and cursed. Evil's taint seeks always to spread, and we must not let that happen. Go out into the nomad lands and take a closer look. Remove the blight wherever you find it. So I need to scout the northern nomad lands, the southern parts, and plus the dead marshes. And I've already been near the dead marshes back when I was working with Dol Amroth, so that's certainly going to be a real fun time over there, if I recall correctly. But let's head out and see what we find out in the world. Just me and Faroth. Hello. Oh my, on top of the quests that I already have, it looks like I've got a quest to kill lots of things. Oh, you're kidding me. Creatures of the mire. Defeat this, and of course this. And boy, how am I going to keep track of all of this? Alright, I will remove that one. And then I also need to defeat all of these things. Blighted creatures and other things. So this is a blighted bear, so let us start our clearing of the blight right over here. But apparently that bird counted as both, which is why I managed to unlock 2 quests. Ouch. Yeah, bears. For the moment, my goal is to find those warg tracks. I have a feeling I'm going to have to do something about this boar. Scrounging nomad. Maybe I should have checked the hover text first. Yes, it is Culling the Blighted. I thought it would be under one of those 2 quests. So before I go around attacking stuff gratuitously, I should really make sure that it is something that needs to be called a bit. And once we finish that, no diving under the ground, please. It's really annoying. Now, let's see if I can find the tracks to that warg, because that's what I really need to be doing at the moment. But unfortunately, I see nothing. Well, unless we want to call this a flower. Raid's How would you like to get a flower called Raid's? I don't know. I just don't exactly think that's a real comfortable flower to go around putting into your decor. At least that's just my opinion on the matter. I'm sure there's someone out there who disagrees. Maybe the Witch King just likes putting these all over the place. There is no sign of any tracks at the moment. Well, there's a sign of them now. Warg tracks. Where could they be leading to, I wonder? To cave claws, maybe? No, 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 no. Don't do that to me. It's rude. Maybe I can get a better look up here. Not much around here. Let's go back to looking for tracks, and maybe we will find a warg somewhere. Whether what to find the warg, of course, is a completely different question, right? Oh, hold on. What's here? Yeah, more warg tracks. Oh, they're going that way. Head on out and find a warg, whether I want it or... Oh. Thank you, Faroth, for telling me about that. See, that's why you bring a hound with you. The tracks appear to be leading off in this direction. Maybe I could find some sign of this warg somewhere. Nowhere to be seen. I think I've seen it. Okay, it's all me, more likely. It's a big one. A very big one. An extremely big one. Oh, Grandma, what big teeth you've got! Well, so much for the Stalker. Let's get out of here. I found this hill that looked like it would be a good vantage point. Unfortunately, it looks like that archer up there seems to agree with me. Unfortunately, it's not a time I want to be agreed with by an orc. That dog seems to be a good climber. Maybe this wasn't my best idea. I was wondering how they got up there. It looks like Faroth showed me the way. Now I'll see if I can remember how he got up there. Alright, now let you get up there. Alright, you're a lot better at getting up these things than I am, that's for sure. You know that? I guess that's the advantage of having 4 legs. Well then, let's see if I can find another way up there, because that looks like it'll be a perfect scouting spot. And besides, I need to make sure there aren't any more orcs up there. Well... Oh, hold on. I think I found a way up. I am the Hobbit of the Hill. Now, I guess I have one more place to scout. Plus, several more nasty things in the marsh that I need to kill. Maybe I should head into the marsh and deal with a few of them. Of course, head into a marsh. What do you find? You find Avonk, of course. Why not? They just love those places. Well, I'll have to deal with them. Oh, yeah. It might help if I pull out the main spear instead of trying to fight him with the javelin. Now, what else is out here? Toads. Toads. Big toad with little toads with it, of course. And lurkers. Right, that's a lurker, a marsh lurker. And usually when I run them lurkers, they also tend to attack you. So I have to deal with that. So we have lurkers, toads, avok, and I see wings flying in there, and I also see flies here. And I see even bigger flies. Whew. Well, we have an entire ecosystem here. Well, I suppose that makes sense. And one hobbit is going to ruin the whole thing. Ah, this looks like the last hill I need to scout. I hope it's easier to climb than the last one. Oh yes, much easier to climb, but it looks like an orc was there waiting for me. Typical. So we know that the orcs like to use these as perches for firing their arrows. That's because they have quite a commanding view over the lands. Well then, at least we know that the orcs are using it. Now, what do I need to do now? I think I need to visit Langlas. It appears that the ruins near Langlas also include a few more of these Elthiad artifacts. Maybe I could reach my quota before I get to Langlas. This should bring my total up to 20. I think that's more than enough to satisfy Aomer. We'll see what he says when I bring them to him. But now, before I go to Aomer, I need to speak to Longless. I think he's inside of this place. We're going to find that out in a moment. Well, there are rangers here, so I think that supports the possibility. Sickly light plays over the stones of Harandir, and the air smells foul. Oh, wonderful. What do you think about... Oh, that's why rangers wear masks. He's trying to keep the foul stench out of him.
This is a dead place. An empty place. I do not like it.
I don't like it. There will be many places such as these as we get nearer to Mordor, Pineleaf. How could anyone live here? The answer to that question is simple, I suppose. No one does live here. Not truly. Not good folk, at any rate. I have heard tell from the rangers of Ithilien that there are a few sites throughout the ways in which evil folk dwell. These places should be scouted before the host passes near. Find Doomboha in the Nomad Lands, and Dol Arkharn of the and Orkander's Folly in Daggerlad, and defeat any enemies that might endanger the passage of the host. Once the way is safe, the host of the West will assemble outside the Black Gate, and we will see what awaits us there. Yes, what awaits us there? Death and destruction. That's probably what awaits us there. And several nasty things. And it looks like we've got rangers all over the place. Maybe I better go and speak with Legolas and Aomer before I start this scouting mission. Ah, Legolas, I finished my scouting. And I also took care of some creatures in the mire. The cursed creatures of the dead marshes would surely spread farther towards Ithilien if given the chance. Thank you for preventing their approach. Alright. And I also took care of some corrupted creatures. Yes, it is for the best that these blighted animals be laid down. Once the corruption is purged, new life will take hold here. We can only hope. So, what next? Thank you for your help, Pineleaf. It may seem like your efforts mean little, but I have hope that one day, whether we be here or to see it or not, the land will return to its original splendor. Well, I think that'll take a few years. And I have a feeling that elves live a bit longer than hobbits do. But then elves have this tendency for sailing west. Ah, here's Aomer. I can get rid of these relics. Thank you, Pineleaf. We have precious little from the time of our forefathers. The Eralingas will fight in our ancestors' name in the great battle to come. All right. Now, is there anyone else I need to speak with? Oh yes, of course. About that warg. That means we need to find Farrod's ranger friend. I have dealt with that warg. At last, the Stalker is dead. On behalf of the Rangers of Athelion, thank you. We can rest easier knowing that we are no longer being hunted by that fiend. You're welcome. But you have more? Ah, very good. You two have completed all of the work that I have for you this day. Faroth has proven himself quite capable, hasn't he? He deserves some praise. All right, let's give Faroth a nice pat. Right? Ah, there you go. A nice pat. Good dog. And Faroth looks up to you happily. It seems to enjoy life as a ranger hound. All right, nice. All right, goodbye. Of course, there's always something more.
Faith alone will not stop the enemy.
Excellent, ranging Pineleaf. The Nomad lands and the hosts of the West are safer for your actions. And of course, we must thank Faroth. You two seem to have quite a bond. Would you care to take him with you? I am certain he would make an excellent adventuring companion. All right. See what Faroth has to say about that. Yes, you have decided to take Faroth on your adventures into the wastes and beyond. Faroth looks thrilled. All right. Actually, this isn't a fighting version of Faroth. This is a cosmetic version. I think it's... Here it is. Tome of Faroth. It looks like a... looks like a Hobbit-sized version of Faroth. Yes. Well, what else?
Let us hope you bring glad tidings, friend.
Pineleaf, Unborn, and a handful of others have moved ahead into Arondir, our fort in the Nomadlands. Yes, I took a brief visit there before I came back. Yes, you can see it from here. It is large ruin to the north. They will likely need any help that they can spare preparing for the march into the enemy territory. Yes, I am sure that they can use plenty of help, right? Are you ready for more? Oh, this is my copy. Yes, I guess we have plenty of more help that we can do in order to help save the nomad. Well, maybe we can't save it, but perhaps we can clear it of the enemy so that it could eventually heal, assuming we, of course, all survived that little encounter at the Black Gate. But that's a minor little detail. Let's do this one step at a time, so I'll meet you at Harandir when we return for the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.